think the threat of the gusty winds are gone yet, and unless it's weakened just a little bit here. But you can see through Sapulpa, and it's moving out to the east here at about 25 miles an hour. So Sand Springs, Oakhurst, Glenpool, Tulsa, and Mohawk in the next 5 to 25 minutes. All right, Brittany, go over to Pryor. Move the radar over to Pryor. We're going to talk to Tim Lawson, our elite storm chaser, who is at Rocklahoma this weekend. And Tim, there's Pryor. It doesn't look like a whole lot of rain right now, but what's happening at Rocklahoma? Are they evacuating or making people go to their cars?
Yeah, they've evacuated due to the storms coming up, and they're making everybody go to their car. They said they're not sure what they're going to do depending on the tracks the storm's coming in.
Did they say how long they would make people wait? I mean, are you looking at 15, a half hour? Will they wait a couple of hours?
They didn't give a time yet. They just said they're gonna send everybody to their cars and wait to see what the weather does.
Okay. Was it primarily because they could see the lightning coming in from the west? Did they give a reason?
I think they have the National Weather Service working with them, and
okay.
They advised them that storms were coming in, and they're taking the precautions to get everybody out into safety.
Yeah, early warning for sure. Okay,
right.
Elite Storm Chaser Tim Lawson, he's at Rocklahoma in Pryor, keeping an eye on the crowds out there for us. We knew it would be a busy night out there, and so great job, Tim. All right, so there's the severe thunderstorm warning just to the west of Pryor. So Pryor right now not in a severe thunderstorm warning, but again, with all those people out there, and you've got to get those people to shelter and get them out quickly, they're not taking any chances, and the folks at Rocklahoma are getting them moved out to their cars to a place where they've got safer shelter. And perhaps it might be a while. I mean, we've got to get all this all the way out east, so they could be looking at the rest of the night being canceled out at Rocklahoma. Not saying so, but just looking at that, I mean, I don't think they'd get back out to having a concert here until about 11 o'clock tonight. So there you go. Brittany, I'm going to toss it back over to you because I'm looking at this. That doesn't look like right now the storm that's moved into west to Tulsa County, it hasn't been extended, right? That looks like they allowed that severe thunderstorm warning to expire?
Yes, they have. They've now issued a significant weather advisory for Creek, Osage, Rogers, Tulsa, and Wagner, as well as Washington counties, as that line is moving into the area. So we are still looking at those wind gusts up to about 40 to 50 miles per hour. The very heavy downpours, a lot of lightning associated with these as well. But they have let that severe thunderstorm warning drop, so we are no longer under severe thunderstorm warning here in Tulsa County, but we still have tornado warnings in effect throughout the area. We have a couple of tornado warnings in effect right around the Okemah area. This tornado warning runs in effect until 9 o'clock tonight. It has moved out of the Bearden area. It is now moving into Okemah. So if you are in the Okemah area, you are going to want to get into your storm shelter to ride out this storm. We had a tornado warning in effect for your area just a couple of minutes ago. That one has expired, but now we have another one. So you have another cell capable of producing a tornado moving right over your area. So Okemah, definitely get into your safe place. Bearden, the storm has moved north of your area, so you are okay. And Walika, this storm is just northwest of you, so you guys are still doing okay as well. And Bully, you are right on the edge of this tornado warning. So I would still get into my tornado shelter or get into my safe place until the storm moves out of your area. And then we have this other tornado warning just off to the north that has been extended. They are currently in the midst of extending it. It runs now until 9 o'clock for Okmulgee, and it is capable of producing a tornado, but we do not actually have a confirmed tornado on the ground associated with this cell. But if you are near the Okmulgee State Park area, you are definitely going to want to find a safer place. And the cell is moving off to the northeast at about 35 miles per hour. So here in Tulsa County, we are just looking at those strong winds up to about 40 to 50 miles per hour. Also a lot of very heavy downpours. But we do not have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Tulsa County anymore. And we have one other tornado warning in effect down for our far southeast counties. This one runs in effect until about 9 o'clock. This is right over the Red Oak area, just off to the east of Wilburton. This tornado warning in effect until 9 p.m. for Latimer County. This one is moving off to the north at about 30 miles per hour, so we will put a storm track on this. Red Oak, you should be in your safe place right now. We still have that tornado warning in effect for your area. Lodi also moving to your area here in about the next 15 minutes, so you need to get into your safe place as well. The cell moving right over Highway 270. Definitely do not try and travel in this cell or throughout the area for that matter. We are going to continue to see this line of storms moving off to the east, and with the very heavy downpours, even if we don't have a tornado warning in effect, you are still going to see the possibility of flash flooding out there behind this line of showers and thunderstorms. We have had numerous reports of roads becoming impassable by emergency management throughout central and western Oklahoma. Elk City earlier today, people were being encouraged to not even leave their homes. They had significant amounts of flooding and a lot of roads impassable in that area. So definitely stay inside if you had any outdoor plans, if you were headed out to the campground. Not such a good idea right now as we have these storms moving through the area. But once again, Red Oak, you are under a tornado warning until 9 o'clock, so you are going to want to get into that safe place. We'll be moving into your area here in the next couple of minutes. Lodi, you have a couple more minutes, about 10 minutes. So definitely head into your safe place as well. But Tulsa County right now, that severe thunderstorm warning has expired. We are still seeing a lot of lightning and those very heavy downpours making their way through our area.
Yeah, I just saw the Weather Service say that the rotation was tightening up on this storm down here in Latimer County near Red Oak, so there could be a tornado ongoing, but there's not a spotter down on that storm. So if you're in the Red Oak area, please take shelter right now. You want to go to your safe place. Remember, it's that lowest floor and the innermost room without windows, if that's possible. So you need to get there as fast as possible. Meantime, this other cell here, if we switched over control room to Max 2 or Storm Shield radar number 2. I've got it pulled up here on the circulation, and what you'll be able to see on that one is just a little bit. There it is. Okay, so here's what we're looking at just to the west of that one highway there, and that's going to be, I can't see that. My eyes are looking at Wilson Road. That's what it is. So just south of 56 and just to the west of Wilson Road. So that's where the circulation is right now. That's about as pinpoint as I can get. That's west of Okmulgee. And so this is why we have the ongoing tornado warning at this time for that cell, as it continues to show rotation. But there's nothing confirmed on the ground. So it's a radar indicated tornado warning at this point. So it's a severe thunderstorm warning capable of producing a tornado. That's the wording that we'll use. But it's still enough where you need to get to your safe place. All right. John Hollingshead, our chaser from Muskogee, he is right now on the phone with us, and so let's talk to John and see what's going on in the Muskogee area right now. It looks like Muskogee at this point is all clear, but you've got John, can you see anything from the west? You see a big amount of lightning that's moving in, because you're about to get blasted with some winds, I think maybe in the order of about 60 or 65 miles an hour.
No, Brett, right now I'm northbound on the Muskogee Turnpike, or westbound, depending on how you want to look at it. I'm going to head up toward the southeast side of Tulsa and hopefully get the tornadic storm that's coming up from the southwest. My main concern right now is like what happened in Broken Arrow last week with that cell merger, that it could enhance that low-level shear and spin it up and possibly produce something. Yeah,
absolutely. That is something that happened in Broken Arrow last week, and that is what's kind of going on right now. The line is coming into where those cells are moving up out of the south, so we could see a little bit of a spin up there. So be careful as you head into that, because you are, I think right now, you just be on the northeast side of that storm as it heads in your direction. So keep an eye out for that. All right, so John Hollingshead now headed up the Muskogee Turnpike trying to intercept that cell, and that's going to be the cell right here that he's going to try to get a better vantage point of. So if indeed it did suddenly spin something up, John would have a great vantage point on it and would be able to look at it. You can see it does try to show signs. I know it's a rotating thunderstorm for sure, but so far we don't have anything confirmed with this. But again, as John mentioned, there would be the concern that you've got the winds flowing in from the west, this one's coming up from the south, and it would just be an instant automatic kind of twist to it, and that could quickly spin up something. So that's going to be a storm that we'll watch carefully. Let's zoom way in on this one so we can kind of see what's going on right now. On Max 2, I had that circulation just to the west of Okmulgee. But as we zoom in on this, you can see that's essentially where it remains at this time. That's up toward that Beggs area, though. We're also seeing that kind of inflow here into the storm. And so maybe down around in this area west of Okmulgee is where we could have something that would be trying to spin up. Also back toward Okemah, that is a recently reissued tornado warning, and that's also moving to the north and to the northeast. So we've got 2 tornado warnings ongoing right now, one till 8:45, I guess both till 9 o'clock. The one at 8:45 was extended, so we have this one going on now till 9 p.m., and that's Okfuskee County, and that's going to be headed over toward Castle and Okemah. And then that other part of the tornado warning up here is Okmulgee County and Beggs, and that goes also till 9 o'clock. So we're watching these very carefully for about the next 7 minutes. All right, Denny Bryson is now on the phone with us. Chaser, he's down to the south. Let's find out where Denny